got 3 or 4 parent conferences. All right? Your parents are not messing around, trust me. All right? All next week is filling up. All right? And we have conference night, third parents night, Thursday night, so we can even talk more about it. All right? Stay focused in here. All right? Math and English. All right? Most important topics. All right? If you're good at both of those, you can be good at anything. All right? So stay with me now. All right? We stopped at 33. All right, right now I'm going to throw up number 34. Your job is to see how you did last night. All right, see if you understand what we're doing. So I'm going to grab 34. All right, let's see how we did. All right, now when you're writing this one, my recommendation is to write it properly. Negative 3u plus 7 divided by negative 8 equals 4. Does anybody have any questions with that? Now we did say that this is a case where we want to eliminate the division first. So what do I have to do to both sides of the equation? Thank you. Multiply by what?
Negative.
Thank you. Multiply by negative 8, whoever said that. Now again, the reason why we do that, those now will cancel. And so now I have negative 3u plus 7 equals negative 32. Now what do? Tell me.
Minus 7.
Yep, very good. So negative 3u equals negative 39. Everybody good with that? Any questions? And so, of course, from here we can just say u is equal to what?
13.
U is equal to 13. All right. Now, on 35 and 36, I'm not expecting you to know how to do it mathematically, but you still should have been able to figure it out. Tell me what the answer is. Anybody able to tell me? On 35, what was it?
1920 or 1921, 23.
Exactly. 19, 21, and 23. Yes, sir. All right, now remember, think of it like this. Integers are just counting numbers. So you say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you say they're opposites. That's what an integer is. All right? So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So integers can be positive or they can be negative. You're just not allowed like 1.5 or 3.75 or 5/8. Okay? So integers are just the counting numbers, and they're opposites is what we say.
Whole numbers?
Whole numbers.
How do you get those numbers?
Yeah, I'm going to show you now. All right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we got that. All right? Mathematically. All right? So let me, like I said, I like this because we can just kind of shrink it down out of the way. Go back and use it when we need it. All right? Now, if we said 3 consecutive odds, someone already said the answer, I believe. They said 19, 21, and 23. And then some of you are smart and said, well, big deal. That doesn't help me because I don't know how I got that. All right? So here's what we do. We say there are 3 numbers. So we want the first number, we want the second number, and then we want the third number. Do we have any idea what the first number is? No, so we call it what?
X.
That's correct. So how do I get to the next odd number from x?
Plus 2.
What plus 2? That's correct. Very good. So we put x plus 2 down. And how do I get to the next number after that?
X plus 4.
X plus 4. All right. Think of this as x. How did I get to 21 then? We would just do what? Add 2. Then how do I get to 23? We just add 2 more, which would make it x plus 4. Yes?
How do you start with 19?
Were you listening to me? I said this. Listen, sometimes in math you can just figure out the answer without knowing the algebra. I don't really care about that. Okay, so somebody was able to figure out and say it's just 19, 21, and 23. All right. Now the easy way to figure it out, if there's three numbers, just divide by 3.
That's what I did.
When you divide by 3, you get 21. That's the number in the middle. So the one before that would be 19, and the one after that would be 23. Now if you add those together, guess what? That is 63. Of course, I don't want you doing it that way. That's why I'm showing you right here. You hear me? All right. Now, what am I supposed to do with those three numbers? You add them up. When I add them up, what do I get?
63.
Nope, not yet. When I add these, what do I do when I add these? Nope. No.
Oh, wait,
X
6x.
equals 6.
How much?
6x.
Isn't it?
Wow, how are
X
you getting
equals
6x?
I thought you
40,
added
right?
x.
Say it.
40.
No. I'm adding that up.
Oh, 7, because the X one.
Why are we saying
Oh,
7?
X, isn't it? Isn't
It's
there a 1 in front of the
6,
X?
7, 8, 9.
3x
3.
plus 6.
Yes,
Oh.
wow.
Because
3x plus 6. Right, we're adding the numbers together.
Oh.
Some of you are asking me what's x plus x plus x. That's really what you're asking me. What is x plus x plus x? 3x. And then what's 2 plus 4?
6.
That's how I got that. Please look up, guys. I understand your confusion. I'm trying to simplify it for you now. The first number we had no idea, so it was x. The second number is the next even number, so I just added 2. And the next even after that would be x plus 4. Now it says to add those up. X plus x is what? 3x. 2 plus 4 is 6. That's how I got that. Now when you add them up, they will add up numerically to what? What are they equal to? What number are they equal to? Somebody read the sentence for me.
Oh, 63.
Wow, 63. Come on, guys. Not sure what you're waiting on here. Now, how do I solve that? What do I do to both sides?
Minus 6.
Minus 6. So 3x is equal to? 3x is equal to 57. Now divide by 3. So x equals what? Very good. 19. Yes.
I have a question, not about this exactly, but kind of like, so you screen record all these things, right?
Mhm.
Do you post them somewhere?
YouTube. All you gotta do is go look up Trent Stroud on YouTube, and all the videos will be there. All right. So I have now x equals 19. So now that I have x equals 19, the next number is 21, and the next number is 23. That's how I got those numbers, Carly. Do you see that now? You asked how I got 19, 21, and 23. Okay? Now, the next thing we're looking at is, again, stay with us. Find 3 consecutive integers whose sum is negative 39. All right, so it's kind of the same format. The first number, do we have any idea what the first number is? No. So it's going to be what? X. All right, now you have a problem here. The second number, if it's a consecutive integer, what's the next number going to be? Say it. X plus 1. And what's the next number going to be? That's correct. X plus 2. All right, what does consecutive integers mean? Give me an example of 3 consecutive integers. Somebody. 1, 2, 3. Very good. 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6. So how do you get from 4 to 5?
Plus 1.
Add 1. Exactly. How do you get from 5 to 6? Add another 1. All right? That's how I'm getting x plus 1, and x plus 2. Now, what am I doing with those numbers? 3x plus 3 equals how much? negative 39.
Then 3x equals negative 42.
3x equals negative 42. Negative 14. All right, so the three numbers will be, now here's where most people make a mistake. The three numbers are going to be negative 14.
50, negative 50.
No,
Negative 12, negative 13.
that is correct. You're adding 1. Add 1 to negative 14. Negative 14 plus 1 is what? Negative 13. Add 1 more. Negative 12. All right. Now look, if you struggled with that, guys, the only thing I can tell you is go back and just rework the problems. But you have to understand what consecutive means. All right. Here we go. We've got to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm going to grab 37 and bring it down. All right. Let's take a look at it. 37. Remember, variables go on one side, numbers go on the other. So I'm going to move the 5m over to the left, and I'm going to move the 7 to the what? To the right. When you move things, you have to do what to the signs? Change them. You got to change them. All right? So, minus 5m, minus 5m, minus 7, minus 7. Good job. So, m equals 3. Carter, you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Thomas? Ian, you good or not? All right, let's grab 38 real quick. Now here, the easiest thing to do is to just push the 2h over. Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
So if I move the 2h, it's going to be what?
Minus 2h.
Yes, negative 2h. Minus 2h, minus 2h. Negative 14 equals negative 7h. So what does h equal? Positive 2. Everybody okay with that? All right, I'm liking it. All right, let's see. 39. Now remember, what I always try to tell kids is, to me, it's easier to keep the variable positive. So this time I'm wanting to move the negative 3j over and the 21 over.
The variable is
Very good. So this would be plus 3j, minus 21, minus 21. The reason we do that is because those cancel and those cancel. What's 3j and 3j? 6j. Bless you. 9 minus 21 is negative 12. And now what do I do to both sides? So j is equal to what? Negative 2. Yes, sir. Well, let's look and see where you made your mistake. That's all I'm asking. I'm not trying to tell you what the answer is. I'm trying to show you how logically that comes out to be j equals negative 2. Joseph, what?
Why do you make it so it's plus feedback and minus feedback?
Well, because I'm moving this, keep in mind, to the other side. And if it's negative on the right, it's going to be what on the left? That's right. right? Hey, you okay with that or not? Just like that, guys. All right, let's grab 40 real quick. Does anybody know what we called 40 last year? And the year before that? And the year before that?
Fraction.
Yeah, what are the two fractions that are equal? What are they called? Starts with a P, that's right. Proportion, thank you. Very good. They're proportions. What's the quickest way to solve a proportion? Not a proportion. Yeah, cross multiply. So what we're doing is we're going to multiply these two things together, and then we're going to multiply these two things together. So when you cross multiply, you get 2 parentheses x minus 3 equals 4x. You with me? Yeah, much easier. All right, whenever you have a proportion, you just cross multiply. All right, are you okay with that? Now, what do I need to do with the 2 now? Distribute, right? Yep, we're going to go ahead and distribute. So go ahead and everybody distribute. And when you distribute, you get what?
2x.
And now I want to move the 2x over to the right side. So I have to do what? Minus 2x. So what is x? Yeah, x is equal to negative 3.
Mr. Shaw,
Yep, I'm listening.
can you tell me about that?
What?
X is equal to
From where? No, I'm saying, but where are you?
I don't know. I just don't understand.
Do you know how to distribute? So look, what I'm trying to do is the way I'm trying to help you is this is the original problem, right?
Wait, why is it 2 times?
So let's go back to this. A lot of times kids forget you're cross multiplying, so you're multiplying that times that. Do you agree with that or not? And then you multiply x times 4. You with me? Now from this part right here, I just distributed 2. Do you agree with that? So I did 2 times x and 2 times negative 3. Right? Now I just subtract 2x from both sides.
I get it now. I was just.
You good? All right, thank you very much. All right, so those of you guys who understand 40 now, I want you to try 41 real quick, please. Everybody try 41. Give you 30 seconds while I walk around the room. Double check. Come on. You doing okay? This is nothing what I'm doing. Nothing. All that work I have on the board, this is what you have down. You're not doing any work. You're just sitting here. And writing down the answers. You're supposed to be doing 41 right now. Copy it down and do the problem. Don't be lazy. Good, let's go. Cross multiply. Let's go. You guys, listen to me. I'm seriously. Here's what I'm considering doing. Who likes the iPad? I mean, who likes doing the work on the iPad? Okay, because I'm walking around the room and you don't act like you do. I mean, I have people, look, I mean, I tried to tell you yesterday, so mine's not the neatest in the world, but I mean, am I 37, 38, 30, has that worked out properly? Can you understand what I did? That's what should be on your paper or on your iPad. And some of you just can't write on an iPad. You just can't. All right, it's just way too sloppy. All right. So, again, I'm probably canceling the iPads. We're just going to start doing everything on paper. All right, paper and pencil. Everybody bring paper and pencil from now on. Everything's going to be done on paper and pencil. It's just complete sloppiness. Plus, I can't see what you're doing. Thomas, I can't see what you're doing. I'm telling you guys, if you don't have exactly what I have down, you are making a mistake. That's why your grade was the way it is. Just writing down my answers is not helpful. You have to do step by step just like me. I'm showing you how to do the problems. And if your handwriting is so sloppy you don't like writing on the iPads, are you allowed to write in pencil and paper? Yes. Tomorrow, make sure you have paper and make sure you have pencil, because we're not doing it on the iPad anymore. I'm looking and I'm not even sure what some of you are doing. I tried to watch what you're doing on the iPads, and some of you, it's so sloppy I just can't even see it. I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea. I'm not trying to be fussy or anything, and again, I told you I don't have the greatest handwriting in the world. But it's up there on an iPad, and I mean, it's just legible, I believe. Come on, some of you have zero pride in your work right now. Zero. And I got to fix that. Carly, what I saw of yours is beautiful. Nice, neat, organized, block letters. All right? And boys, I sympathize with you because I didn't have great handwriting. But I was taught block letters. Write it out. Right? And I even understand, I told you, if I had to write with my finger, it would drive me crazy. Get a stylus, it'll help. I promise you it helps. Come on, I expect the work to be written out. All right? I'm going to write 41, then we're going to do the next one. I'm going to walk around again. I'm expecting full details. All right, everything has to be written out. Here we go. You should have on your paper 4 parentheses 6r minus 7 equals 10r. Everybody okay with that? Yes, sir. Good for you.
Why when you multiply r for 10 times r?
Yep, if you multiply 10 times r, you get 10r.
What else is what?
I haven't multiplied it yet. Now what am I going to do, Aiden? I'm going to distribute. So I have 24r minus 28 equals 10r. Leighton, you all right back there? Now the quickest way is just move the 24 over, right? Now I keep saying this, and what I like about Carly is she doesn't understand something, she tells me. That's the way I want everybody to be. Or if you don't understand something, I really want to help you, even though I'm really frustrated right now because of the way some of you are writing on the iPads. Now, if I move the 24 over, it becomes what? It becomes negative 24. So now I want you to put minus 24r, minus 24r. Now, what happens here? They cancel. So I'm left with what? Now, from there, I just expect you to say, well, r then has to be what? R has to be 2. Good. Come on.
It doesn't matter if it's -14 on the left side.
Makes no difference. If you got the same answer, then it's probably right. And I mean that. All right? I just try to do it the easiest way possible. All right, I'm coming around the room to check 41 while you guys are doing 42. And I'm going to put 42 down, and I'm going to put 43 right next to it. So those of you guys who are good with 42, because 42 is kind of easy, just jump right on 43. 43 is a little bit harder. And then 44 is really as hard as it gets. Let's see our pen. Beautiful. Let's see what the only thing I'm mad at you about is I don't know the numbers. With the number, okay? Thomas, did you hear me? See what you did. Thomas, high five. See? You can do it. Come on, Thomas. Keep your head up, Thomas. You put your head down too much, but come on, man. Come on, you can do what I'm asking you. It's not the end of the world. It's not torture. I hope I don't think you're being tortured. Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. A little sloppy, right? Yeah. Come on, if we want to use iPads, you got to clean this up. All right. I love iPads. I love my iPad. Right. I do all of my work on my iPad. Every last bit of it. You know, I want to see that you're. Let me see. Mm-hmm. See how you are. Take some pride in. What is? Where's all the work? I've done all of these problems. Where are all those problems? You're not getting rid of anything in here. I didn't get rid of the problems, did I? Come on, Diesel. Come on, man. You get on the ball. You're a good student. I expect better. You hear me? You got all those problems to do for homework. Yeah, what about everything else you're doing? Okay, that's nice. You got the numbers there. All right, finally. Someone's paying attention. Carter. Oh. Yeah. Concentrate more, and you be a math genius. Right? Of course, you always do. Look at this scribble scrabble. Noah. You understand me? Get on it. You see yours. They're always bad. You're a little too squished here. You understand me? Spread out a little bit. Let me see you. See if you deserve your phone back. Well, you have a mouth. You open your mouth and you say help. Start with number 1. Start with number 2. How did you get this? How did you get that? You're not bothering anybody. I promise you. You're not bothering anybody. And I promise you, you are not the only one who doesn't understand. All right, you have to ask. I can't help if you don't ask. The only difference is I'm new. I've had all these guys, some of them for 3 and 4 years. All right, of course you always do. A little bit neater. Okay? Squished. It doesn't have to be so squished. I'm not going to be able to read that. Let me see you, you bad girl. She's the color coordinator.
Because then I can tell which is which.
She's got this little goody goody up here. Color coordinator. Look
Then
at
you
her.
can
They're
see
color
better.
coordinated.
You can see better.
Color coordinated over the slide.
A lot sloppy. Come on, you don't want to be average.
It's trying to find room.
Then, have you ever heard of add a page?
I'm a bad organizer.
Add a page. Here, add page. Boom. Then you're down here. Brand new blank page right underneath it. Did you know you could do that? I think you did. You just didn't. You're just giving me an excuse.
I'm sorry.
Let me see yours. Pretty good. I'm not sure what all this gibberish is up here. What's all this? That makes no sense. None. Come on, man. Get yourself work. See what I said? I know you can do it because you what? Because you did it.
That's just like
No more excuses. Want to say anything to you?
They can go sit on the
This is the average. None. Average is a choice. All right? You don't have to be average. You, on the other hand, is what I got a little frustrated at. Oh my gosh, what is this? What is that?
It's raining.
What?
It's raining.
What is? That's an accident. Yeah, that is an accident, all right.
You can erase them.
Leighton, no, don't be lazy like that.
Mr. Shaw, if you zoom in, it's easier to read.
Yeah, zoom in. My eyes can't zoom in that far.
Look, see, look, Mr. Shaw, you just zoom in and you can write like cursive and stuff, like.
Okay, here we go. Now listen, I am not kidding. Hey, I'm not kidding, guys. All right? Some of you guys I'm real upset at. All right? I mean, set it up like this. I mean, do I need to show you how you can line? How did I line my 37, 38, 39, 41 exactly in a row?
You move, this.
Come on. And if you want to shrink something down, here's how some of you shrink yours down. Here's how you do it. Like spin it on the way up there. And then, oh yeah, let's move the other one over here and just put it right on top. Then, wow, now he really knows what I'm doing.
That's what I do, Mr. Stroud.
Or then it's like Diesel, wow, I did my work and now guess what I'm going to do? Let's just cut it. Let's just now look, what are you talking? I did my work. I did my work. It's just not on my iPad anymore because I erased it all. What are you talking about? I did my work, but I just erased it. And then Coleman's got stuff over here. I don't. It's just like this and this here. This it looks, like you're making symbols, or I don't know what you're doing.
Maybe if we have more Skittles, we could be more.
No, definitely.
Skittles make us more
Yeah.
organized.
No, come on. It's not fourth grade work. You guys, it may be funny now, but I'm telling you, I promise you, you guys who want to get into Jesuit or you want to get into, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. All right? Take some pride in your work if you want to use the iPad. I'm telling you, my work's not the neatest in the world, but it's organized. All right? If you don't know how to cut and move and paste, let me show you. Okay, here we go. 42. This is what's on your paper. What did you get? Yes, you're correct. Thank you. 3p plus 12 equals 33. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then minus 12, which we don't have to do. We can just say 3p equals 21. P equals 7. All right, on number 43, distributing a negative 2. Now, this is the one that's a little bit tricky, so stay with me. And I got to get to number 44, too. Negative 2b plus 6 minus 4 equals 18. Now, remember what I said. The biggest mistake kids make here is they don't distribute the negative properly. So double check and make sure you got a positive there. You didn't accidentally put down a negative. Okay? Now, the next thing we're doing is combining terms.
Wait, I need to.
Oh, good for you. Go.
How come you switch the signs?
Because a negative times a negative is a positive. Thank you. All right. Now, when we combine terms, I end up with negative 2b plus 2 equals 18. Is everybody happy with that? And so now, negative 2b equals 16. So b equals negative 8. That is what is on your paper. That's how your equation is supposed to flow. Just like that. Nothing less. Now, 44. Here we go. Good, good, good for you. Come on. Shh. Double check yourself. Nope. Come on, Aiden. Hey, Ian, leave him alone. He's working. But look, here's what I'm telling you now. This is what I'm trying to tell you to learn. All you're doing is you're starting with here. Did you get negative 2b?
Yes.
Did you get plus 6? Did you get minus 4?
No, I put down minus 8.
Because you accidentally did what? Distributed to the 4. You hear me? All right. All right, let's take a look at 44. Distributing twice here on 44. So here we go. 12w minus 8 equals 16w plus 24. Now, in my opinion, it's easier to move the 12w to the right side because I want to try to keep my variables what? Positive. So I'm going to put the 12w over here, right, Diesel?
Yep.
And I'm moving the 24 over here. So I'm going to put a minus 12w, minus 12w, minus 24, minus 24. Agreed? Now, things cancel now. These cancel. These cancel. Negative 32 equals 4w. Therefore,
I got negative 8.
w equals negative 8. Once again, just to make sure you're with me, look, that's how your equation should look. Funneling down, all right? Any questions? All right? Okay, good for you. Good. Come on.
Where did the negative 12 come from?
So what I did, I'm going to show you. See if you see. I'm going to highlight with red here. I needed to move that to the other side. When I move to the other side, I always change the sign. You with me now? All right. Now we're just going to look at some proportions real quick. All right. And again, honestly, you at the end of 5th grade, you did these. That's how simple they are. And that's the first time I kind of introduced some of you guys to variables. All right. So everybody should be able to tell me for 57, A is what? A is 20. You should be able to just look at that and tell me the answer. And for number 58, you should be able to say T is? Thank you. T is 56. Now here's the one that's a little bit harder because we don't know 12 times what, but we should do what to the fraction? Simplify the fraction. So 9 over 12 reduces to what? 3 over 4 equals G over 16.
12.
So G equals 12. Thank you. That is exactly correct. Yes.
Can you also do 9 times 16 and then divide by 2?
Yes, exactly.
Do I have to write that proportion?
No. That's kind of like mental math here, kiddo. That's kind of like mental math. What time's the bell ring?
13.
Okay. So listen, hey, I want you to hear me. Sit down and listen. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be mean or grumpy. You have to take pride in your work. All right, or we cannot use the iPads. Simple as that. All right? Load up on paper this weekend. That's your only homework, is make sure you have a big, thick pack of paper and lots of pencils.